Hello and welcome to this Moodle video on adding the group self-selection tool to your unit. Now, from previous videos you'll have seen that I've got a group 1 and a Monday AM grouping already created. This grouping already contains my work placement groups, which I created and got Moodle to assign students to automatically. This may create groups in a random way that you wish not to have. You may like to have your students in a particular group. So if I go to Groups under the Administration tab, rather than auto-creating groups, I'm going to choose to create my groups manually. So I'm going to click Create Group, give that group a name, in this case Group 1, and then at the very bottom, click Save Changes. I'm going to do the same again, create a brand new group, and this will be Group 2. Now at the moment these groups do not contain students. When I click Save Changes, you'll see in the brackets next to them there is 0 students as part of these groups. I can add these students into an existing grouping, or I'm going to create a Group 2 grouping. And then to that Group 2 grouping, what I'm going to do is add in the group I just created. Although there are no students in it yet, I'm going to add in my Group 2 group. I'm also going to create one called Both Groups, which I'm going to add in just my Group 1 and Group 2 to, but not include the work placement groups. Students can be part of multiple groups, and groups can be part of multiple groupings. I can remove groups from the groupings area and add them in so it makes slightly more sense to this particular video, so that Group 1s are in Group 1, Group 2s are in Group 2. What I'm now going to do is create the group self-selection tool itself. So I need to first turn editing on. I then need to do the common module settings and select the grouping to be Group 2 only for those members. So now I've got a Group 1 information and a Group 2 information document. Now a student coming in will not be able to see anything that they are not part of a group for. So this student is obviously part of the Monday AM grouping, but not part of either Group 1 or Group 2, so they cannot see the documents at the moment. So I'm going to add an activity or resource. Click Group Self-Selection and then select Add. I'm going to give this a name, and I'm actually going to call this Please Select a Group. Now I'm going to select from a grouping of both groups. So this means that students can only pick to be in either Group 1 or Group 2, because I've also got groups created that have the work placement, and I don't want them to be able to select those as an option. So because I've created a grouping called Both Groups with Group 1 or Group 2 in it, that's all I'm able to do. So the maximum number of members per group I've selected as 5. You could, however, change that to whatever number you like, but you won't want to have too many students in per group. So now as a student again, if I refresh the page, I've now got the group self-selection there that says please select a group. So as a student, I'd come in, select that group, and then choose which group I'd like to become a member of, be it 1 or Group 2. So the student then does the selection process for you without Moodle having to auto-generate random groups, or you having to go through and create a group with all the students correctly in, which could take quite a long time depending on how many groups you're creating. So now, because the students self-selected Group 2, they are then able to see the information for Group 2 that was hidden previously to them. Thank you very much for watching this particular video on group self-selection.